Okay, like I was saying with my supervisory days at Shopko. But, before I get to this, they just sent me home early. Um, they yelled at me for doing something that Elijah trained me on. An assistant manager that was at Walmart. And she said the customer can wait. You don't need to turn around. They told me to turn around and let a car hit me. And I'm like, good God, no wonder why I don't want to work here. If I get hit by a car, it's like, this is getting to be ridiculous. I can't work under all this. And like with working at Menards, I've had, which I don't want to tell too many people, I've had panic attacks where I felt my heart racing because they would leave me alone out here where I can't keep up. And then I get chewed out for no reason. It just like reminds me of the one trouble I had when I was at Shopko too. I had the problem with her job title was technically called General Merchandise Department Manager. She was an assistant manager. She never liked me, I guess. But even Shopko wouldn't have let this fly. I'll say it like this, fly. This is poor. What do you say? I don't know if there's a car in back of me out here. If I get hit by a car all of a sudden because you want me to turn around. And then they were wanting Michael on the register. I can't do this anymore when they keep yelling at me for no reason. I gotta be afraid that they might try to let me go. So, when I get home, I'm probably gonna have to apply for a bunch of retail jobs and just, like I hate to say it, I can't do this anymore. This is enough. You want me to turn around? And they said, yeah, it wasn't the first time because I was doing like I was trained by Elijah, an assistant manager at Walmart. And like I would say, if I ever see Elijah and I said that they don't care about my safety here, she would laugh. She would say, they want you to slip and fall on your butt and hurry up. They want you to leave carts in the middle of the road. And like I hate to say, I've had breathing trouble since working here. This is so ridiculous. They lie to your face, and I get chewed out for no reason. And like I said, I can remember like with Shackle, Christina would say, because I had the 4 worst behaving associates, and I'm like, what the heck, you know? It's like I said, Menards don't give a darn about what happens anymore, and I don't know. But yeah, this is all ridiculous, but the time they sent me home, it was like 10:55, I believe. So I was only here for a couple hours, and then he yelled at for no reason. You don't know where your job security is in a place like this. Because, like I said, right now I know I have, even like with Shapko, it was like, yeah, I think like the big thing they said was not to chew out your employees too much, or else they'll quit and not give a 2-week notice. That is what Christina taught me. She said you do gotta think about their safety as well. Even like with Walmart, when they trained me for department manager, Lynn said to have compassion when her back went out. And to take things easy so you don't slip and fall. They also said when I was pushing carts to bring in what I had and don't get hit. Customers can wait 5-10 minutes for you. This is just ridiculous. You know, and I say this a lot. I really don't want to be here, and we know what we gotta do. I know I'm gonna get tired out, but right now I don't really have much of a choice. You know, even when I was trained for supervisory, I would be on the restaurant. One thing Shapco had us do, if I remember right, was they would have us ask the customers, what is your form of payment? Cash, check, credit, debit? And the customer would tell you before you would flip it in that. Here, they want you to automatically flip it into credit, debit. Without asking. So, I don't know. It's like, I just have the feeling that they're going to try to fire me for no reason. I'm done here. What's one of this? Once I get a different job and that, but I don't know anymore what's going on here. This has gotta stop, like I said. Like I said, so long as you're still employed, or you gotta do what they want you to do, and if I get hit by a car, even though they say they're not responsible for it, I'm pretty sure they are for workman's comp. You want people to... And it's like, I didn't know that person was sitting by their car. For goodness sake, it's like... Oh... I really don't feel like saying it like this, but that is a sign of poor management, honestly. Alright, today I work 8 in the morning to 3:30, now kind of just remembering about my supervisor days and training. You know, yesterday, Menards, they left me alone out here. I could not get caught up whatsoever. And my shoulder was hurting real bad. I couldn't do some of the carryouts they wanted me to do because I just can't lift it. And, like people don't realize, and I was sitting there thinking about my supervisor days, and it's like, thank God, if it was Shopco, they wouldn't have had Michael learn how to cashier when it's so busy. They wanted him to learn how to cashier. This is what I say Menards should have done. They should have gave little Aaron more hours. Quite frankly, you know. It's like, had him come in for 4 hours. And it's like, you know, and I don't want to say it to Menards, you did not have Hunter, Austin, Joe, Jake, and Justin and them all learn how to cashier. You never did. It's like, why go have Michael learn how to cashier when, like with me, you're not going to use them. You're not even using Little Aaron, and you had him learn how to cashier. It don't make sense, you know? And honestly, like in my supervisor days, I always remember, like, with Shackle, we weren't allowed to say anything bad about the store manager, or we would get demoted, is how she would put it. So, like, every morning at 8 a.m., we had to walk the sales floor looking for what the peons or sales associates, teammates, did wrong. And the store manager would tell us to tell them that pick up the pace and go faster and get this done quicker. Yeah. It's all stuff that, I know people don't realize. Even like with Shaqo and Walmart, when they trained me for department manager and sales force supervisor story, they both wanted me, and they said this would bring in more sales. They wanted me always being grumpy and yelly, which is not me. They always wanted me yelling at the associates that were under me. So basically, Christina, she thought of the whole character. She said, "You be like my yes person, and if you make me happy and you get doing this all quickly, I'll make you full time, and you know what? I'll make you an assistant manager." And she pointed at one of her assistant managers and she said, "I'll give you her job." And it was in the back room, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be assistant manager at the time. That's what I was thinking.